All right, let's move on, Wombat, to the big news that we need to talk about, and that's Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. The Labo.
Labo.
Labio.
Yes, Nintendo has announced the Labo, which is they're calling it a do-it-yourself build and play experience. And it's a cardboard. So
that was the kindest I've ever heard.
No, before. I mean I'm still thinking about it a lot. I haven't really sat down and really put my mind.
Did you watch the video that came out? The official video?
Yes, sure. And I just showed it to Ty before the show.
Okay.
This is the reaction we need. What was Ty's reaction?
I said nothing to him. I didn't even tell it existed. I said, Ty, I have a short video I want to show you, and I just want to tell you, tell me what you think. So I showed him the official Nintendo 2-minute, 3-minute video. And he's like, wow, this is cool. And, he was definitely into it. And he's like, those things really work? He's like, I don't understand. Like, those are real? Is this real? And it's like, yeah, it's with rubber bands and cardboard, and basically that's it. I think clips, maybe some plastic clips.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, oh wow. He's like, that's pretty cool. So then I asked him how. It was a dumb question to ask him, but I asked him anyway. I said, how much do you think something like that would cost? And he's like, I'm gonna say $500.
Nailed it.
I was like, well, okay. How much? This doesn't come with the Switch. It's just a standalone. It's just by itself. I was like, wait, Ty, how much do you think a Switch cost? $1,000. I'm like, all right, forget. This wasn't the right question.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
How much do you think this banana costs? $70.
Right. No, I think. Yeah, this type of thing he didn't know, but the point is that he was definitely into it. But then I said, okay, it actually cost $70, and then I was comparing it to his other toys, like his tech decks and things like that. He didn't seem to think that it was priced too high compared to his other toys.
I don't think it's necessarily priced too high. I mean, it's still a game, which would cost $60 plus the
50
kit,
or I guess. Yeah.
Well, the cheapest one is it
$70?
Yeah. 70 and then 80 for the robot.
Right.
Those are the two things.
My only concerns would be, because we're talking about a physical object here.
The obvious concerns
is how stable is it? Because it is made out of cardboard
and rubber bands.
And I don't want to be playing with it, and then I put it down, and and then the next day I go pick it up and it falls apart.
Are you suggesting that cardboard and rubber bands are not the ideal material to make a bass drum kick pedal out of?
Yeah, like I see that piano, and I'm like, how is that?
That was the one that got me.
I looked at that and I said, I have the Rock Band one that's made out of plastic, and I feel like I could crush that into dust if I really wanted to. And this is cardboard.
I could get behind the piano one. It was okay, unless you're going all bin folds on it, it seems you could play around with that. It might last for a while.
I like the idea of building a paper craft piano. That sounds like fun. I just don't. Again, also, honestly, it seems like there's a lot in that $70 box, and I just don't know where I would put all that stuff. I'm not too keen.
It's just flat cardboard. You could just put it underneath your bed.
Well, then I would have to take it apart, but it has rubber bands and stuff in it. I'm not building that stuff again.
Why not turn it into a shoebox, and then you can store your shoes in it, and then when you want to actually play with it, you can turn it in.
I mean, I like the concept, but I think it's a concept for people that have a little bit more space than I do.
I think it's a little bit pricey. I get that it appeals to kids and stuff, but I do think $70.
I don't know. I mean, look at it this way: how much would it cost to buy 2 Lego sets?
But Lego sets.
But they last. Nintendo is so smart, though. I got to hand it to it. I know it's easy for us to make fun of the cardboard gaming accessories. I mean, it's pretty much the obvious joke. But you do have to hand it to Nintendo that they seem to have a knack. Well, we'll see for sure, but they seem to have good ideas about how to take games that don't cost a lot of money to develop and then charge a premium for them. Like, this is like a pretty good strategy if you think about it. And it seems like some of the games that people found out that these were some games that have appeared at E3 before in other forms and that have been, reimagined or put into this kit.
Hey, we've got all these Wii U games sitting around. All these Wii U tech demos.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I think that things that we saw that just never came out. But honestly, like this to kids, this looks really cool, and a lot of kids, like you said, Chip, a lot of kids got Switches over the holidays, and I could see. I mean, the profit on this must be.
Yeah. No, it's definitely gonna sell at this price. I just think it's kind of an egregious price for what it is.
Right. But look, they're not it's not a charity. They're not here to serve the people.
I'm not against the price, but I kind of would want to see these things in person first.
We don't know a lot about the game, like the games, how involved they are.
I'm going on. Yeah, I'm going with it may be too soon to tell.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I agree. But I mean, I think it's a good idea, and I think that Nintendo deserves credit for. I mean, they don't want to make these big budget games, and they're figuring out a way to position themselves that they don't have to.
I don't think it's that they don't want to make these 3D games. I think they know they can't make one of these 3D games, every 6 months. One of these big games. They can't make a big game every 6 months. They need to have filler games in there while they work on their big game.
But even their big games are not that big. Like
that's not.
Zelda's a big game.
But I mean, how much do you think it costs to make Zelda?
Quite a bit.
Yeah,
that's a big game.
There's like no voice acting in the game.
There's some voice acting.
I mean, but basically,
voice acting doesn't make a game big or small.
It makes it more expensive.
Even that's sort of up in the air.
It makes it. Come on.
I mean, it's probably cheaper not to have it, but that's still.
It's a drop in the bucket of the budget of a game. It's the Mario Odyssey is definitely a big game. Those are big games.
I'm not talking about the size of the game or how much content is there.
Arms is not a big game.
I'm talking about the budget of the game. Like, what do you think the budget of Super Mario Odyssey is?
It's probably the same size budget as I don't know.
Yeah, lay it on me.
As Assassin's Creed.
Fuck no.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It would surprise me.
Saying.
We're not going to find out this answer, I don't think.
No,
it's not. There's no way it costs as much as Assassin's Creed.
No, I know that answer. We don't.
I know that it doesn't cost as much as I know that too. I'm just trying to. It was the first game that came up because I was at the NPDs up. It was the first name that caught my eye. Yeah, I
don't. When I say big game, I don't mean the content or how long it takes to play the game. I mean the amount of money invested in the project and to market it. Like they don't want to do that, and that's they're risky. So I understand why they don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems
not
like
risky. Cardboard.
Yeah, exactly. Like worst case scenario. Oh, we have all this cardboard left over. Like, oh, okay, it's time.
Yeah, it's all right.
All right.
Yeah, no, I get that too. I mean, this is a lot less risk than say a Wii Fit board. But
it seems like a really smart idea. So while we're laughing and having fun, it seems like a really good business idea. And
hopefully these things are somewhat durable.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Also, I think it also could look good on TV. We always talk about, why the Wii U bombed out and the Wii did so well is that the Wii looked really fun on TV and the Wii U did not. This robot, like Ellen wearing a robot suit made out of cardboard. I mean, I could see that being a thing if Nintendo pays. They'll pay for that. They won't pay for the money in the game budgets. But I don't know. I think it's going to be a success.
It is like there is some added cost to these things too, though. Like you look at that robot, and there's at least 5 Joy-Cons in there.
Is there 5 Joy-Cons in the robot?
I mean, there's one in the backpack, 2 in the shoes, and 1 in each hand.
Really? Oh yeah.
I don't know if there's more than that, but I mean, I'm just looking at an animated GIF of the robot one.
Yeah, no, then I would be buying that. I'm sure there's a way to use it with just 2.
Sure, not use it and just.
He has no leg. He can't move.
Right, no legs.
I mean, and that's the other thing too. Like with the robot game, do you need the robot, or can I just have my Joy-Cons in front of me and move them up and down and be like, "Look, I'm a robot man."
I think the game is not going to be much of a game on its own.
Well, but you could tape some Joy-Cons to your feet and a Joy-Con to your back, and then you're ready to go.
Look, I'm the robot man.
Right.
Well, those strings have to be doing something, right? There's strings that go from like this looks like such an endeavor to set up.
But the thing is do the strings do something, or are the strings just to make you feel like you're a robot?
That's a good question.
The robot one, they say, takes 2 hours to put together, I think.
How long does it take to get into every time?
Oh, right. I don't know. Do you need like a crew? Can you build a crew out of cardboard?
Yeah, I don't know. Like some of these, like they look good. The other one's like I don't know, that fishing controller. It just looked like that would
look like the Dreamcast fishing controller.
It would look like kids would just wreck that pretty quickly.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe this is incredible grade cardboard.
Yes. It's aluminum cardboard.
Top corrugation.
Yes. You can't even recycle this shit. It's so good. All right. Let's move on here. There's some comments. All right, we'll read a few of these questions. At Super Mario Tweet wants to know if the Labo. That is the name, huh? That's it.
Labo. I thought it was Labo.
I know, but when you look at it on a piece of paper on a screen like this, it just looks.
I know it's got to be Labo. It's Labo.
It looks Labo.
Labo.
Anyway, let's know if we're buying it. I'm going to try to get out of buying it.
I doubt.
Oh yeah, no. This is clearly something that you want to like avert your kids' eyes from.
My children are still into Roblox, and Roblox is free. So
I'm waiting for like Nintendo old milk jugs when those games come out, where I can just buy some milk jugs.
Yeah, the Jugs and Crates collection.
Right.
Yeah, Jugs and Crates.
I had that magazine. My parents took it from me.
Uh-huh. Nice.